Hello everyone, good evening. I am Purnima from Fertility Dost, and today we have Dr. Vaishali Sharma with us. Good evening, ma'am, and welcome to our forum.
Good evening. Thank you. Thanks for giving me such an opportunity. It's really my pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am. So today with Dr. Vaishali, we are going to talk about embryo and IVF. दो ही इम्पोर्टेंट चीजें हैं जब हम मदरहुड की तरफ जाते हैं थ्रू आर्टिफिशियल ट्रीटमेंट्स थ्रू आर्टिफिशियल मींस आईवीएफ आईयूआई और दोनों केसेस में सबसे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है एम्ब्रियो गैमीट्स हमारे हैं हमारे हस्बैंड के हैं पार्टनर के हैं लेकिन उन गैमीट से फॉर्म होने वाला एम्ब्रियो कितना हेल्दी है एंड यही एक एम्ब्रियो है जो आपकी सक्सेसफुल प्रेगनेंसी के लिए वायबल है so what you do or what your doctor how your doctor can help you to improve the quality of embryo today we are going to discuss with this with Dr. Vaishali Sharma एम्ब्रियो की ग्रेडिंग हम सुनते हैं कि मैम मेरा एम्ब्रियो 5AA है 4AB है वो सब क्या है और latest techniques to make your embryos more healthy so that you can achieve the motherhood journey. So today with Dr. Vaishali हम सब कुछ एम्ब्रियो के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे and if any queries please feel free to type your queries on comment box and एक एक करके हम आपकी queries लेंगे. So please Dr. Vaishali please.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, everyone. So definitely we will be starting. I have PPTs with this. So let us start with the first slide over here. Uh, let them start the slideshow. Let us
Yes
have
ma'am.
the
First PPT is here.
yeah. So just let us make it the full screen. At least we will be able to read it. Yeah. Okay. So,
I think इतना ही possible है.
okay, no problem.
हाँ
It's
जी
okay.
please.
It's just nothing. I just wanted to thank Fertility Dost and Shield for taking such an effort for the patients so that we can increase the awareness among patients and we can tell them, yeah, what they can do, what they should know, and how they can definitely improve their chances of having a good success in an IVF cycle. So, if we go to the next slide, we'll come to know. Let us change the slide here. Yeah. See, we all know whenever a couple is unable to conceive, and even after trying for so many years after marriage, they have so many multiple attempted treatments, still they are not able to find a reason behind their misery. So, we all know what is the thing that can bring a smile on their faces. This was a couple who came to us from basically they were more cost effective IVF treatment which is available in India as compared to Dubai. So they came to us for that, and we know what is the thing that brings a smile to the face of such a couple. Let us move to the next slide. We'll be able to find out. Change. I think he's not able to
Please change the slide.
change the slide.
मैम आपका नेटवर्क इश्यूज में प्रॉब्लम है योर वॉइस इज ब्रेकिंग
Okay, let me check. Is it okay now? Is it fine? Can you hear me?
यस मैम यस मैम यस मैम
Yes. Yeah.
प्लीज
So please
चेंज
just
द
ask.
स्लाइड
Yeah. So
आई
as
थिंक
I
जब
was
तक कुछ
telling,
स्लाइड
telling,
चेंज
this
करते हैं हम
was a
वैसे ही
couple
थोड़ी।
who came.
हाँ जी।
Yeah, there is some amount of latent period. No problem. We'll just keep on discussing it. So this was a patient. As I told you, he came to India for a most efficient, more competent, and more cost-effective treatment that is available here in our country. So we all know what we all are looking for. So definitely everybody wants a best success rate in the first cycle itself. So I wanted to tell the major factors which are responsible for improving the success rate of any cycle are: one is the embryo, and another is the uterine factor, and there are many other things also. The more, but the most
मैम आपकी आवाज
important
ब्रेक हो
thing
रही है।
is the
हेलो मैम,
basically
आवाज ब्रेक हो
embryo.
रही है।
Uh, hello.
हेलो।
I'll just do that. My Wi-Fi signals are showing full. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
Hello. Am I audible? Am I audible?
यस मैम।
Yeah. So can you please just ask him to change the slide?
मैम जब स्लाइड चेंज कर रहे हैं तो कुछ नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है। आई
Just
थिंक
ask
या
him
तो
once.
उसको
I have changed the setting here. Yeah. I just asked him once more. I have changed some setting here.
नहीं मैम, शायद नहीं हो पा रहा। वील कंटिन्यू टॉकिंग एंड इन बिटवीन ही कैन चेंज।
Fine.
Hello.
So we all know what we are looking for. We want basically hello. Can you
नो
hear
मैम,
me?
कनेक्शन नहीं आ पा रहा आपका। योर वॉइस इज ब्रेकिंग। आप प्लीज दोबारा से ज्वाइन कर लीजिए। सो with Dr. Vishali, we are discussing about embryo and IVF. I think हमें सबको पता है कि IVF के सक्सेस होने का बहुत बड़ा एक फैक्टर है, दैट इज एम्ब्रियो, क्वालिटी ऑफ एम्ब्रियो। एम्ब्रियो की ग्रेडिंग, एम्ब्रियो कितने सेल्स है, 3 डे एम्ब्रियो है या ब्लास्टोसिस्ट, बहुत कॉमन सी चीजें हैं जो हम रोज सुनते हैं जब बात करते हैं। बट कहीं ना कहीं हमें समझ नहीं आता, या लेमैन लैंग्वेज में कहें तो हमें पता ही नहीं चलता कि कौन सी एम्ब्रियो की ग्रेडिंग हमारे लिए सक्सेस लेकर आएगी। टू डिस्कस ऑल दीज थिंग्स वी हैव डॉक्टर विद अस। सो हाँ जी, प्लीज।
Yeah, now I am again connected, I suppose.
राइट, वो उस टाइम पे कुछ भी नहीं सुना, तो लेट्स स्टार्ट इट फ्रेश। सो वी आर डिस्कसिंग एम्ब्रियो एंड आईवीएफ। एम्ब्रियोज कितने इंपॉर्टेंट है आईवीएफ के लिए, आप सबको पता है। एंड लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द लेमैन थिंग। सो मैम, जब भी एम्ब्रियो ट्रांसफर की बात आती है तो यूजली बहुत कॉमन क्वेरी हमारे पास आती है, 3 डे एम्ब्रियो और ब्लास्टोसिस्ट। तो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद दिस कि व्हाट
Yeah.
एग्जैक्टली इज 3 डे एम्ब्रियो एंड व्हाट इज ब्लास्टोसिस्ट, और इन दोनों में डिफरेंशिएट के साथ साथ प्लीज आप ये भी बताएं कि कौन सा ट्रांसफर ज्यादा बेटर है।
Yeah, that is why I prepared with the pics. It will be very difficult for the layman to understand. Okay, now we have again the slides. That is a good thing. So I just wanted to show them with the pics. So day 3 embryo basically are some cells only. When one egg and one sperm fertilizes, the zygote is formed, and then that zygote is the one cell. It keeps on dividing. So on next day, as we call as day 1, it is divided into 2 cells, then into 4 cells, then it is 8 cell. So at on day 3, majority we have a cellular stage. You can say we call it cleavage is there, that few cells we can see there. So those are available for implantation. But when we talk about a day 5 embryo, then at that time what do we have is basically a more developed embryo, more grown in a better way. We know which of the cells had the potential, had the capacity to develop into a blastocyst. That means that they are definitely better than the cells. Yeah, please change the slide. Somebody is sending a message here. Okay, I can change it. I don't know.
हाँ जी, पहले आप उसको स्लाइड को चेंज करें, then we'll add it to the stream.
Okay, okay, fine. I'll do that. I'll again change it and then I will. Is it now visible?
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. So this is basically a video of an embryo once it is implanted. This is almost 5-6 weeks. Fetus is there, and I don't know if video is being played there or not. Basically, this baby you can see moving also. I don't know if it is visible there or not. It was a video in which we could see that the baby was moving here. Right now I can just show you if it is possible. Yeah, is it visible?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
great,
ma'am.
great. Can you see the little movements in the arms and the legs of the baby? This is an embryo which has implanted and has grown. So this is the thing. This is the final result that we are hoping for. We all are hoping for. So what is the best way to reach up to this level? I wanted to show you this thing. So when we have this embryo, what is the basic number of cell? What is the thing that is growing into and leads to the development of the pregnancy here? When we see the number of the embryos, this is the basic, as you can see, this is the fertilized egg. If it is visible over there, yeah, this is
Yes,
a
ma'am.
fertilized egg. This is when a sperm is fertilized with an egg. So after one day we keep it in the embryoscope. These pics are from the embryoscope directly. Embryoscope is basically the incubator where we have a camera instilled inside, so that we don't have to take out the eggs dishes again and again and look under the microscope. They have the microscope and the camera, everything inside, so that we can just monitor their development then and there only. We don't have to disturb the environment around the growing embryo. We can monitor the environment, we can micromanage the environment, and this thing leads to a proper development of the embryo. Like this, you can see this is a fertilized egg over here. Then in the second stage it is a 8-celled zygote. Then there is this 16-cell morula is there. Then a blastocyst is there on day 5 of the cycle. So this day 5 embryo is called as blastocyst, and that is the main controversy. Everybody is confused, should we go for a day 3 transfer or should we go for a day 5 transfer? So I would say the best results are always there with a day 5 transfer. If we have the opportunity, if we have the facility, if we have the option of making a blastocyst, then we should definitely go for a day 5 transfer only. And on the top of it, we have a diagrammatic representation, and below are the real pictures from the embryoscope. These two are basically the 2-cell stage of embryo. Then in the second pic, we have almost a morula, 16-cell stage. Then we have this blastocyst in the formation. So this is the natural development of an embryo in the IVF lab. This pic is showing us the ICSI. It is basically how it is done. In this, we usually This is an egg. This is a very good quality egg. As you all also can appreciate, there is no, it is not distorted. It is very regular, very clean looking sort of thing. So it is definitely a very good egg that we have here. This second pic, we can see a small needle is being introduced into the egg, as you can see here. So this is, the process is called as ICSI, intracytoplasmic sperm installation. Basically, this is used in the cases of where the semen, the sperms in the semen are either less in number or are slowly moving, or if there are many abnormal sperms and we have to select good sperms. So this technique we use nowadays, we are using it in majority of the patients also because it gives us very good results too. And now we have many upgrades also over this. We have Pixie, we have Max. So there are so many other techniques which are available with us, which give us very good result, which give us very good A grade embryos. So in the third slide, you can see that there are small circles are visible in the big circles. So these small circles are basically the cells inside one embryo. This one circle, one big circle is one embryo. So here we can see three embryos are there. And these are approximately day 3 embryos. These are in the process of cleavage and they are very good quality. The more the fragmentation, or you can say the more irregular they look, the worse they are. Okay. The more, the cleaner they look, the better they are. So these
So
are very good.
here I want to ask one question. डॉक्टर्स हमेशा बोलते हैं कई केसेस में कि वी आर डूइंग रेस्क्यू इक्सी, सो आप उसको इस स्लाइड से एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं प्लीज?
रेस्क्यू इक्सी में वही होता है कि हमने वी हैव टेकन एन एग, वी हैव लेफ्ट इट फॉर दिस थिंग फर्टिलाइजेशन, वो नहीं हुआ है, या वी हैव सम अदर एग, सो वी आर डूइंग इक्सी. बेसिकली इट इज इक्सी ओनली. नॉर्मली आईवीएफ प्रोसेस में क्या होता है, वी टेक अ स्मॉल ग्लास डिश, समझो आप, छोटी सी प्लेट समझ लो, उसमें हमने एग्स को रखा एंड देन वी हैव लेफ्ट द स्पर्म्स आल्सो नियर बाय देम. तो वो स्पर्म्स अपने आप जाएंगे और उन एग्स को फर्टिलाइज करेंगे. वो बिल्कुल नेचुरल प्रोसेस है जैसा कि नॉर्मली बॉडी में होता है. ओके. बट अब देयर आर मेनी थिंग्स विच कैन इटसेल्फ लीड टू प्रॉब्लम इन द फर्टिलाइजेशन. जैसे मेजोरिटी ऑफ द केसेस ऑफ अनएक्सप्लेन इनफर्टिलिटी, कई बार हमारे पास ऐसे पेशेंट्स आते हैं इन विच वी डोंट नो व्हाट इज द रीजन ऑफ द फर्टिलिटी. ट्यूब्स आर ओके, यूट्रस इज फाइन, स्पर्म सीमेन एनालिसिस इज ओके, बट इवन देन द प्रेगनेंसी इज नॉट देयर. तो ऐसे केसेस में हमें जो मिलती है प्रॉब्लम वो ये कि जैसे यू कैन सी एन एग ओवर हेयर, तो इसमें एक आउटर लाइन यू कैन सी अ फेंट लाइन दिख रही है, ब्रॉड सी, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज जोना पेलुसिडा. दिस इज द कवरिंग ऑफ द एग. ओके. तो कभी कभी इन मेनी women this covering is so hard, it is called as thick zona pellucida. उसमें the sperm is not able to enter the egg itself. तो उनका तो आईवीएफ ही फेल हो जाएगा अगर हम इक्सी नहीं करेंगे ना. एंड वी जस्ट डू अ नॉर्मल आईवीएफ, बेसिक आईवीएफ. सो इफ द बेसिक प्रॉब्लम इन द बॉडी वाज आल्सो द सेम, तो इसीलिए अनएक्सप्लेन इनफर्टिलिटी में तो वी ऑलवेज प्रेफर टू डायरेक्टली गो फॉर इक्सी ओनली, because we don't know what is the reason why pregnancy is not there. If somebody is coming to us with secondary infertility saying कि नहीं हमारे पहले तो we have a child but now we are not able to conceive, that means there is no problem in the fertilization process. हो सकता है infection से tubes बंद हो गई होंगी, then basic IVF can be done easily, no problem. If somebody is coming to us clear cut case of कि HSG किया, laparoscopy करी and tubes are blocked, we have a strong reason why pregnancy is not there, then also we don't need to go for ICSI, just go for a basic IVF. That means fertilization में problem नहीं है. But अगर there is unexplained infertility, there is primary long standing infertility, we don't know what is the reason of the infertility, then ICSI is very good technique, which can, in this we deliberately inject the one egg with one sperm and then we leave it for fertilization and then we see कि अब वो अंदर ही अंदर अनफर्टिलाइज तो हमने कर दिया, अंदर ही अंदर वो डिवाइड हो जाए प्रॉपरली. So this is a very good technique. Nowadays we have many upgrades also over this. We have Pixie. Pixie is basically we select very good quality sperms. So in the men where there is abnormal semen parameter कि नंबर कम है, मोटिलिटी कम है, या फिर मॉर्फोलॉजी इज पुअर. मॉर्फोलॉजी एक ऐसी चीज है जो मेजोरिटी लोग मिस कर देते हैं. मेनी टाइम्स पेशेंट कम टू मी मॉर्फोलॉजी इज 2%. इसका मतलब ये होता है कि इफ वी लुक टेक 100 sperms, out of 100 sperms only 2 of them are looking normal. नॉर्मल जो स्पर्म होता है इट हैज फ्यू पार्ट्स लाइक हेड है, टेल है. देयर शुड नॉट बी एनी डिवीजन. कुछ एबनॉर्मल पार्ट नहीं होना चाहिए, डिवाइडेड सॉर्ट ऑफ हेड नहीं होना चाहिए, एबनॉर्मल हेड साइज नहीं होना चाहिए. दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर. मेनी ऑफ द टाइम्स मैंने सिविल एनालिसिस की रिपोर्ट्स देखी है फ्रॉम पेरिफेरीज, दे डोंट इवन मेंशन द मॉर्फोलॉजी पार्ट. मतलब लीव अलोन व्हाट विल बी द ट्रीटमेंट, दे आर नॉट इवन डायग्नोजिंग इट. तो in semen this thing count and motility are definitely important parameters, but morphology is also important parameter. And these techniques, ICSI, PIXI, MAX, these techniques, they help us in selecting those normal looking motile sperms. Motile nahi bhi hoga to bhi chalega. We are doing injecting the egg, but we need a normal looking sperm, so that we are ensured कि जो अंदर genetic material है that is normal. Okay, so this is the thing. So if we look, yeah, go ahead. Okay, so if we move on to the next slide, this, yeah, sure. So this is the grading of the embryos. Can you see? Is it visible now? Yeah. So this is the grading of the embryo that I wanted to show basically. In this, these all are day 5 embryos. Okay, these all are blastocysts. Why are we calling them as blastocysts? Because इसमें if you can see एक outer covering of cells है और center में थोड़ा सा fluid filled area है जहाँ पे लग रहा है यहाँ पे कहीं पानी भरा हुआ है और थोड़ा सा solid area side में कोई इकट्ठा हो गया है. Can you appreciate these things? So these are basically cells which gradually over a period of time they try to accumulate on one side of the egg, the fertilized embryo, and that is called as inner cellular mass. And one layer of cells forms the outer layer, and each area में there is a fluid which keeps on filling. Hello? And that is called as fluid filled cavity in this. This is a day 5 embryo. इसमें this is a
मैम आपकी आवाज ब्रेक हो रही है. हेलो,
wait a minute. Is it just a minute? Yeah, can you hear me now?
हाँ जी.
हाँ. Okay, so this was the slide in which I was showing you basically day 5 embryos of different grades. The first one is labeled as 3A. Another one is 4BB. This is separate of this. This is the grading that we have been using it for so long. This is the oldest grading that we have been using for quite a long time. उसके बाद में भी there have been many gradings after this, but we call it, the number here given is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first digit represents this thing, then ABC, then again ABC. So as I showed you already, there are 3 parts of blastocyst. एक inner cell mass है, एक outer cell layer है, बीच में cyst fluid भरा हुआ है. So उन तीनों को लेके ही grading होती है. जो inner cell mass है, that is the most important, most predictive, क्योंकि वही है जो बेबी बनाएगा. तो अंदर की सेल्स है वही है जो पूरा बेबी फॉर्म करेगा. तो इसकी ग्रेडिंग होती है A, B, C. A is the best, C is the worst. So if we have a A grade in this second place, it gives us very good quality कि now we have good possibility that good completely normal baby will be formed with this. उसके बाद जो outer layer इसको भी हम
मैम
ABC
आपका
बोलते हैं अगेन
कनेक्शन इश्यूज हो रहे हैं कुछ।
तो इस प्लासेंटा इज अप्लाई करती है तो लेट मी चेक कनेक्टेड इट टू ओनली
आपकी आवाज बीच में बहुत ब्रेक हो रही है।
एंड इट इज
स्लाइड दिख रही है बट आपका वॉइस ब्रेक है। आई थिंक नेटवर्क इश्यूज आर देयर। मुझे एक्सप्लेन नहीं करनी आती पीपीटी, नहीं तो आई कैन डू दैट। So we can see the grading part and जैसे डॉक्टर वैशाली ने बताया कि सीमन एनालिसिस में खाली मोटिलिटी और काउंट ही नहीं वैल्यू रखता, मॉर्फोलॉजी इज आल्सो एन इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट। उसको भी डॉक्टर्स को देखना चाहिए या हम लोगों को एज अ पेशेंट उसको भी समझना चाहिए, बिकॉज जब तक मॉर्फोलॉजी ठीक नहीं है तब तक हेल्दी और अच्छा एम्ब्रियो बनना मुश्किल है। So we have Dr. Vaishali again with us. Yes, ma'am, please explain this slide also. आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही, प्लीज। We have this very interesting session. हाँ जी, आप भाई। हाँ जी,
what
हाँ
happened
जी। आवाज शुरू में ठीक आ रही है, फिर ब्रेक हो रही है। वो इतना इंटरेस्टिंग सेशन चल रहा है कि बीच बीच में लग रहा है बंद नहीं होना चाहिए ये।
राइट तो आई चेंज माय वाईफाई कनेक्शन आल्सो, अभी मैंने दूसरा भी ऑन कर लिया। लेट अस सी, इज इट ओके नाउ? एम आई ऑडिबल?
हाँ जी, अभी ठीक है। हाँ जी, आप इसको स्लाइड को एक्सप्लेन कीजिए। आई एम आल्सो इंटरेस्टेड इन गेनिंग माय लैंग्वेज। हाँ जी, प्लीज।
I'll explain it again. I'll explain it. See, so as we already looked at this day 5 embryo blastocyst, it has 3 parts. It has inner outer layer of cells. It has inner accumulated few cells inside, and another is the cavity which is filled of fluid. So these three, on the basis of these 3 parts only, we have a grading for the blastocyst. Most important thing is the number of the cells or the inner cell mass, we call it, which will in future make the fetus. So we have the grading from A to C. A is the best, C is the worst. And next thing is the outer layer of the cells, which will form placenta later on. This is the second most predictive thing. It again, A is the best, C is the worst. And the third most is the size of the liquid cavity in the embryo, which basically shows us the expansion. The number is given from 3 to 4, 3, 4, 5, 6 sort of. So it means it is expanding, that means it is growing. But the most predictive thing is the inner cell mass. So if we have a grading like 3AA, it means it is a very good blastocyst. The inner cell mass is of the best quality, the outer cells are of the best quality, and it is expanding. If we have 4AA, again it is showing it is good. But if somebody says 3BB, it means both the cells are of moderate quality. If it is 4CC, that means it is very poor, and we always try to get better quality embryos if we can get. So this is the way how we classify it. A is many cells forming a cohesive layer. Here, this is the A outermost layer we are talking about. Then next is the inner cell mass. We call it A when there are many cells which are tightly packed, and we call it C when there are only very few cells which are available for making a fetus. So definitely we will label it as C. It is the worst grade here. Then we have the blastocele development, the third part that I was telling you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 is given when the cavity is less than half the volume of the embryo. But this is a very technical term, but I just wanted to tell you, if it has more the number and more A's are there, that means it is a best embryo. No need to go into the nitty-gritties, but just ensure if the number is more, if A is there, it is good thing. C is bad. As we
Right.
used to have in our school, it's like that only.
Grading system.
Yeah, it's like it's similar for embryos also. Poor embryos, they are also being graded so early in their lives.
राइट तो जस्ट एक थोड़ा सा recap for our viewers. Like right now, Dr. Vaishali explained the grading system of embryos, and I think most of the viewers, आप लोगों को अच्छे से समझ आ गया होगा, because we have images along with that. And every time when you visit your doctor और आपका embryologist आपको grading बताते हैं, तो शायद अब आपको समझ आ जाएगा कि आपके embryos best हैं, they are ready for transfer, और you need to suspend your cycle. क्यों? क्योंकि आपके एम्ब्रियोज की ग्रेडिंग बेस्ट नहीं है. सो अगली बार अगर हो 4AA, दैट मीन्स यस, बेस्टेस्ट थिंग इज विद यू. और अगर कहीं C आता है तो यस, ग्रेडिंग खराब है. सो प्लीज मैम कंटिन्यू.
Yeah, so next thing that I wanted to share was that, see, our main target while we are doing any cycle is not just that we should have a positive pregnancy result. Our main aim is to have a baby to take home. So these are the pics of
Right.
our very dear patients, those delivered recently, just few months back only. So our main target is to have a healthy baby delivered at 9 months. We have a good this thing. So that is why now I wanted to discuss what is the role of PGS. PGS is basically pre-implantation genetic testing. It can be done for many things, but here what we are more concerned is for aneuploidy. Aneuploidy
Right.
is, अगर आप समझो, Down syndrome. Down syndrome is everybody must have heard of. Some kids are mentally retarded. Some people they have some problem, and so these are the things कि अगर Down syndrome होता है तो anyhow we have to abort the pregnancy. Okay, we don't want a unhealthy child at the end of 9 months. So this is a normal test जो हम लोग pregnant women में करते ही हैं. जो लोग pregnant हो रहे हैं naturally, even then we do this testing to check if the baby is healthy or not. Here, while we are doing an IVF cycle, we have the opportunity of doing it before transferring the embryo. So that what happens, the probability of getting this aneuploidy or Down syndrome baby, it will be minimized. It will be almost nil. इन अ नॉर्मल
Right.
पेशेंट हु कंसीव्स नॉर्मली, वो अपने आप प्रेग्नेंट होके आते हैं, तो हर किसी का एक टेस्ट होता है, उसमें डाउन सिंड्रोम की टेस्टिंग होती है. एंड इफ समबडी इज फाउंड टू बी पॉजिटिव फॉर डाउन सिंड्रोम, वी हैव टू टेल देम टू अबॉर्ट द प्रेगनेंसी. इट इज सच अ मेंटल ट्रॉमा फॉर द couple that now they have conceived naturally, they have undergone 3 months of pregnancy, now we have to tell them कि 3 महीना 4 महीना 5 महीने की प्रेगनेंसी पे now you abort your child because the baby is abnormal, it is aneuploid. While we are doing IVF, we have this opportunity that we can do PGS. It is a testing which can be done before doing transfer in the IVF cycle. We check all the embryos, whatever we have. We basically, what do we do? जो मैंने अभी आपको cells दिखाई थी, outer covering है, inner covering है. We just take out few cells, very few cells, and we do this testing in those cells, and we check कि कौन सा embryo healthy है, कौन सा एम्ब्रियो अनहेल्दी है, सो दैट वी कैन डिसाइड बिफोर ट्रांसफरिंग कि विच शुड बी डिस्कार्डेड एंड विच शुड बी ट्रांसफर्ड. जो ग्रेडिंग है वो तो हमारी मॉर्फोलॉजिकल हो गई, हमने माइक्रोस्कोप में देखा, देख के हमें जैसा लगा हमने ग्रेडिंग दे दिया. बट what is the actual thing inside, what is the genetic material inside? नेचर में भी एन्यूप्लॉइडी होती है, ऐसे ही आईवीएफ में भी एन्यूप्लॉइडी होती है. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि आईवीएफ में ज्यादा होती है, जितनी नेचर में होती है उतनी आईवीएफ में भी होती है. बट
Right.
here we have the opportunity to detect it before transfer, so that patient doesn't have to undergo this mental trauma of undergoing MTP once the pregnancy is already settled down. 3 महीना हो गया, now we are coming to know, oh god, the baby is not normal. So this is the technique which we are using nowadays to check if the embryos which we have made are normal or not. And when we do this, we can find out कि जो नॉर्मल है उनको हम ट्रांसफर करें, जो नॉर्मल नहीं है उन्हें हम डिस्कार्ड कर देते हैं. So this is a very good technique, though it is a bit expensive, but yeah, if somebody is going for IVF, they can definitely opt for this also. And there has been recommendations from different societies that how you should proceed, when you should proceed for this. And American Society of Obs and Gynae has also recommended that we can proceed with this, not in all IVF cycles, but at least where it is indicated. If some lady is around more than 35 or around 40 years of age and she is undergoing IVF, she should definitely undergo PGS before going for transfer. Or if somebody has a history of such a problem in their family, ki, yeah, my earlier child was this, or I had one abortion due to this, in such cases, we should definitely advise them to go for PGS before undergoing embryo transfer. So this is a very good thing which can be done in embryos before transferring them. So this way we have so many techniques which help us in uh, gaining success even when there have been failures for so many long years. This is one of our cute couples who came to us. They are carrying their baby. They delivered a few years back. This is from 2019. This is again one very successful. I feel really proud for this because this lady, she underwent 3 cycles in Europe, then all of them were failed cycles. Then she came to India, and we did IVF cycle for her. We did many testings. Then we found out what is the reason why she is having so many implantation failures, and then we tackled with that. Now she delivered. She was so happy. She's very cute couple. They are very cute. And similarly, again, this was one couple who had good news after 10 years of marriage with just first cycle of IVF. So all these techniques, they help us in treating the fertility and also avoiding any emotional trauma that comes after so many failures. So all these patients, they came to us after many failures from every other place, and then when they came to us, we basically looked at what is the reason of their failure. So we
Right.
used all these techniques, and this is the data of our center. We took a few months back only. So out of these 17 cycles which we did, all of them were blastocyst. We do freeze all cycles. There is a specific protocol that we are following, and when we did all that, you can yourself see more than 90% of the females they conceived in the first cycle. Only two of out of 17 came out as negative, and also this one of these two negatives became positive again after undergoing second transfer. So this is the way, if you really manage the protocol, if you really follow what find out what is the reason why the pregnancy is not occurring, and if you tackle that thing, you can get a very good success rate with IVF also. It's not like that everybody says ki IVF has a very bad success rate, only 40-50% success rate is there. It's not like that. So
Right.
I just wanted to conclude with that ki if the embryo is good, if uterus is good, and we have taken care of all the other things, we can definitely get a very good success rate in IVF. We can decrease the emotional trauma that a couple has to undergo by undergoing many multiple cycles of failure. So it is always good. I always do one cycle, and if I find ki no, the pregnancy is not occurring in the first transfer, then I do take a break of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months until unless we find out why our transfer failed, and then we proceed with the second transfer, so that at least we can minimize the total emotional loss, financial loss. There is so much of effort is involved. For the couple, for the whole family, everybody is so disturbed. So I would just say ki it is possible only when you have a good teamwork, when you have all the people behind you who are there to take care of all such problems. So we get so many smiling faces, so many cute faces. These all are the babies which we have delivered last year. So all were it's really good to see the pic of them when patients they send us the pic of their babies every year sort of. We get now the baby is 6 months, now baby is 1 year. It's really good. And I also really wanted to thank this recently I came across this online only. I found out myself on the top of the list of the top 10 best gynecologists in Delhi. I just wanted to thank all our patients and all our couples who have really given their love and their kindness towards us online. So thanks a lot. And thanks, Purnima, for hosting such a nice session. And I hope I was able to solve this thing, create some awareness among couples that they should know
Right.
what they're undergoing and how should they proceed.
सो हम थोड़े से क्वेरीज लेंगे डॉक्टर वैशाली है। जैसे आपने बोला कि एम्ब्रियोज के साथ पीजीएस पीजीटी इज गुड टेक्निक। सो अगर हमारे पास गुड नंबर ऑफ एम्ब्रियोज हैं, लाइक सॉरी 4 और 5 एम्ब्रियोज हैं फ्रोजन में, तभी क्या हम इस टेक्निक को कर सकते हैं, और विद 1 और 2 फ्रोजन एम्ब्रियोज आल्सो वी कैन ऑप्ट फॉर दिस?
सी कर तो हम 1 और 2 के साथ भी सकते हैं, बट द थिंग इज दैट कि व्हेन वी हैव 4 और 5 वी हैव द ऑप्शन ऑफ चूजिंग कि ओके वी कैन चूज which is good, which is bad. But if somebody has just last chance, we have just 2 embryos. So it depends on the couple. Sometimes couple is like, I will undergo one more cycle of IVF. If it doesn't work out, I'll go one more, another cycle, 2, 3 cycles I'll undergo for a cup, and I'll make more and more. We can make embryos. Then definitely we should do PGS. But if somebody is like, this is our, because in India financials are also very important. It's not that cheap a treatment that everybody can just go again and again. So if we have here, this is the last resort that we have undergone, and we have just 2 embryos at the end of the day, then we don't advise them to undergo PGS. We just transfer, and then we just process them like a normal pregnancy. As a normal pregnancy, also we do aneuploidy testing while the pregnancy is there. So we do that.
And ma'am, what is the cost factor for this testing, PGS, PGT?
PGS approximately, if we test 4 embryos, now it costs approximately 50-60,000. It is an expensive test.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
yeah.
And what can we watch for? Like 3-day transfer, 5-day transfer. That means 5-day is the best.
5 days the best. We do 3 day only if we have so lesser number of embryos that we are so worried कि if we leave them outside, then the embryos may degenerate, they will not grow. Then what will we have? So if we don't have any other option of doing second cycle, or if we don't have any other option of making embryos, and we have just 2 or 3 embryos only, then we advise them कि ठीक है, whatever is there, just we transfer it and let us have the result. But if we have the opportunity कि yeah, we can go ahead, we can make embryos, so I would definitely like to have a good A grade embryos, day 5 embryos, and we'll do the transfer with those only.
Right. And common query is here कि does fresh embryo transfer have better chances than frozen?
No. It's opposite. It's absolutely opposite. Frozen have been shown to be better than the fresh transfers nowadays, because now
Nowadays,
our
right.
cryopreservation techniques have improved a lot. Now we can freeze them very efficiently. Earlier, when we used to do the freezing for the embryos, and when we used to do the deep freezing, when जब हम उन्हें thaw करते थे, तो उसमें से majority already dead हो जाते थे. So obviously, in
Mm-hmm.
such a scenario, free fresh transfer was the best thing. But now our cryopreservation techniques have improved so nicely that you won't believe the slide that I showed you, in which we did 17 this and we came 15 came out positive. All of them frozen. Hello,
हाँ जी,
am I audible?
ब्रेक हो रहा है। हाँ जी।
Yeah. Yeah. So I was just saying कि all of them जो हमने 17 cycles करी थी, all of them were frozen. And fresh हम लोग आजकल we
Okay.
do only if we don't have the option of going for frozen. Because आप खुद सोचो, just think about like a layman only. In the fresh cycle, you have the patient has received almost 8 to 10 days of injections. इतने सारे high dose hormonal injections she has taken. पूरा body का environment has changed. at that time you are transferring the embryo. So think yourself, वो trans रुक भी सकता है, नहीं रुक सकता. So that is why when we are doing for a frozen transfer, what are we doing? In the next cycle, body say let the all the hormones wash out. Everything will be normalized. Everything ovaries will be shut down एकदम. कोई extra hormone नहीं है body में. That at that time we just give medicines, tablets to make the uterine lining. अब सिर्फ we are working on the uterine lining. Eggs नहीं बनेंगे. And when the uterine lining is ready, we transfer the embryos. So I have myself seen, and there have been studies also, that frozen embryo transfer success rates are much better than the fresh transfers.
फ्रेश ट्रांसफर, राइट.
Yeah.
क्योंकि हमने आजकल जितने भी केसेस हैं या वी हैव क्वेरीज फ्रॉम आवर मेंबर्स, हमारे जितने भी मेंबर्स, कम्युनिटी मेंबर्स की क्वेरीज हैं वो यही है कि फ्रोजन ट्रांसफर इज द बेस्ट. फ्रेश तो
Yeah.
शायद हम एक दो केसेस ही सुनते हैं, राइट.
I,
सो मैम एक चीज और, हमने सारी एम्ब्रियो से रिलेटेड बातें की. वन थिंग मोर, व्हाट इज लेजर हैचिंग?
again, I told you about zona pellucida. I showed you the thing ki in some females, the outer covering of the egg is thickened.
राइट.
Okay. So in such cases, laser hatching helps in uh, growth of the embryo. उससे हम क्या करते हैं, जो जोना पेलुसिडा वो इतनी थिक है कि it will not allow the growth of the embryo. We make a small hole with the laser. We basically break the covering so that now
Okay.
it will not hamper the growth. It is also a very good thing. We are using it also.
तो इसको हम ये जो लेजर हैचिंग टेक्निक है, इसको किस केसेस में आप लोग यूज करते हैं या किस में आप
See,
एडवाइस करेंगे?
I would suggest कि जैसे advanced age females होती हैं, in which the age is around 35 or more. Aging के साथ साथ the thickening, the covering of the egg, it becomes a bit thickened. And
Okay.
in unexplained infertility, I would suggest कि whatever is there, use it, because you never know what is the reason. So we try
Right,
to
right.
use whatever technique we have for unexplained infertility. We just need to have a good A grade embryos at the end of the day.
Right. And ma'am, laser hatching का what is the cost factor for this?
It's not that expensive. We are charging hardly 15,000 for that. It's
Okay.
it's just
So
add
I
on
think
10 or 15,000.
10 और 15, राइट. सो एडवांस्ड एज, जैसे कि डॉक्टर वैशाली ने बोला कि इफ यू आर अप्रोचिंग टुवर्ड्स लेट 30s and you are having failures, so you can easily opt for laser hatching. It is a very new technique and yes, very advanced technique. And according to Dr. Vaishali, she has seen many positive cases with these techniques. So अगर आपके डॉक्टर ने बाय चांस आपको सजेस्ट नहीं किया है तो यू कैन टॉक टू योर डॉक्टर, डिस्कस दीज टेक्निक्स. एंड अगर आप डिस्कस करेंगे तो हो सकता है आपके सामने एक नई ऑप्शन आ जाए. So Dr. Vaishali, we have one query and we'll take this. What is the option for a woman who has 3 failed ICSI cycles? She has conceived once after failed IVF with IUI cycle. So
If she has conceived with IUI cycle, that means her tubes are working, and naturally uterine environment is also normal. But the reason behind failed ICSI cycle, I suppose, sometimes no, it depends on the lab also. Now we need to know the embryology report of all those 3 cycles. How many embryos were formed, what was the grade of the embryos, how many eggs were retrieved in those cycles, so that we can find out what was the basic cause. Sometimes there are problems in the stimulation. Some people, they don't. In peripheries, from peripheries, I get so many patients. In majority of them, the stimulation is not done properly. Egg retrieval may also is not that adequate. They get very less eggs even when the estradiol level is also good. And similarly, the lab quality and what are the instruments which are available in the lab, what is the whole environment of the lab, that is very important for ICSI and for the growth of the embryo. as I told you, embryoscope. We have embryoscope with us, and its usage is also hardly any. We are charging just 3,000 rupees extra for usage of the embryoscope. I don't think any other lab, majority of the labs, if you will search now, they don't have embryoscope with them.
Okay.
Embryoscope is the incubator where we are just keeping the embryos and we are monitoring everything from outside. We are not doing anything. In rest of the labs, if you will see, go outside the Delhi or in peripheral areas, you will find out that majority of them, they have incubators which are closed, fridge kind of a thing समझो. तो अगर आपको कोई चीज चेक करनी है, वो अंदर जो रखी है वो ठीक है, खराब है, चल रही है, ग्रो कर रही है, नहीं कर रही है, आप क्या करोगे? आप उसको ओपन करोगे, you will take the thing out, you will put it under the microscope and then you will see, then you will put it back. इतनी देर में एम्ब्रियो के लिए इट इज अ वेरी नॉट अ वेरी गुड थिंग कि पूरा एनवायरनमेंट चेंज हो गया, बाहर टेम्परेचर चेंज हो गया. सो दिस इज द वेयर एम्ब्रियोस्कोप वर्क्स. दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई वी आर गेटिंग सच गुड रिजल्ट्स. एम्ब्रियोस्कोप में हमने इक्सी करके हमने रख दिया. नाउ वी विल नॉट टेक इट आउट, वी विल नॉट टेक इट आउट फॉर 5 days. वो पूरा वही रहेगा. बीच में हमें मीडिया चेंज कुछ करना होगा, विल डू दैट, दैट्स इट. अदरवाइज हम उसे देखने के लिए नहीं निकालेंगे बार बार कि ग्रो कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है, क्या चल रहा है. हमारे पास उसके अंदर कैमरा लगा हुआ है, उसी के अंदर पूरा मॉनिटर लगा हुआ है, माइक्रोस्कोप लगा हुआ है. वी कैन बस बाहर बैठ के हम स्क्रीन पे दिखता रहता है कि अच्छा डेवलप कर गया है, ग्रोथ डिवाइड हो गया है, ब्लास्टोसिस बन गया है. एंड इन दिस होल टाइम जो अंदर का माइक्रो एनवायरनमेंट होता है कि कितना ऑक्सीजन लेवल होना चाहिए, कितना क्या होना चाहिए, क्या टेम्परेचर होना चाहिए, एवरीथिंग इज क्लोजली मॉनिटर्ड इनसाइड. तो this thing is very important. Usage of embryoscope you can opt for. It is not very expensive thing also, and it will improve the grading of your embryo very nicely. ये majority of the labs में available ही नहीं है.
Okay, so I
whenever
think
you are
हम लोग
yeah
पूछ सकते हैं एज अ पेशेंट कि यस डॉक्टर से कि
yeah
आपका लैब ये यूज कर रहा है कि नहीं.
डेफिनेटली बिकॉज ये छोटी छोटी टेक्निक्स होती हैं जिनसे कि एम्ब्रियो की ग्रेडिंग, पूरी ग्रोथ ही चेंज हो जाती है ना. आप समझो आपने एनवायरनमेंट ही चेंज कर दिया जहां एम्ब्रियो को ग्रो करना है, ऑब्वियसली.
Right.
So whenever you are looking out for any IVF center for yourself, always look at the quality of the lab that they have. खाली बाहर से कुछ नहीं होता. The majority of the work is going on inside the lab. बाहर के laboratory is the most important thing. जैसे कि steel paneling होती है. In our lab we have steel paneling. That is the most important thing. उससे culture negative रहता है, अंदर का environment normal रहता है, बिल्कुल whatever we require is there. I have myself seen. I am attached to many IVF labs. I am working with 2-3 IVF labs right now. All of them are very highly equipped. But earlier, I have worked in so many IVF labs in Delhi periphery only, that I have seen कि वो normal जैसे कमरा होता है ना, उसी में पेंट करा देते हैं, उसके अंदर लैब बना देते हैं. if you go into the periphery na, I have myself seen ki oh god, what are they doing? They're doing IVF, they're doing ICSI also over here, and what is this lab kind of a thing? Matlab, this is really pathetic. They should not do this. If you don't have that facility, at least don't do that thing. I have seen many periphery areas में, आप कहीं भी जाओगे ना, छोटे छोटे areas में you will find छोटे छोटे lab IVF centers होंगे, and when you look at their lab, they don't have the steel paneling all around the wall also. It changes the environment in the lab. You will not have good quality embryos. So if when somebody says to me कि मेरे इतने IVF fails हो गए, इतने ICSI failure हो गए, तो फिर क्यों, what should I do now? Then I always ask them, show me your embryology report. Show me where did you get your ICSI done? कौन सी lab में कहाँ हुआ था? So that is why I showed you one pic of one of my patients who underwent 3 cycles at Europe. There that was a completely different case. She had 3 failed cycles in various centers in Europe. Their labs were up to the mark. They are very good labs. I know that. So because I knew that these are very good labs, even then she has not conceived, we went for another testing that is called as ERA. And that is completely different. That is not related to embryo. That is related to uterus basically. Uterus की जो lining होती है, when we are transferring an embryo, that uterine lining should be of the same duration as the embryo. जैसे अगर हम day 5 embryo transfer करते हैं, तो जो अंदर uterus की lining की growth होनी चाहिए ना, वो day 5 की होनी चाहिए. अगर वो यूट्रस की लाइनिंग लैग कर रही है, स्लो है, डे 3 की है, आप उसमें डे 5 का एम्ब्रियो रखोगे, वो नहीं ग्रो करेगा, क्योंकि उसे
नहीं
वो
ग्रो।
एनवायरमेंट ही नहीं मिला जिसमें उसको इम्प्लांट होना था। तो इसको टेस्ट करने के लिए एक चीज होती है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एरा, एंडोमेट्रियल रिसेप्टिविटी एसे.
ऐसे।
This is also done. This is also a very expensive test. Again, it costs around 60,000, 70,000. But it tells us that कि जब हमने एम्ब्रियो अंदर रखना था, उस वक्त हम एम्ब्रियो नहीं रखते. We just take out the tissue from inside and we send it to the lab. उस साइकिल में फिर ट्रांसफर नहीं करते, नेक्स्ट साइकिल में ट्रांसफर करते हैं. और उससे हमें पता चलता है कि मेनी फीमेल्स दे हैव डिफरेंट बॉडी फिजियोलॉजी, एवरीबडी हैज डिफरेंट बॉडी. तो हो सकता है हमने 5 days प्रोजेस्ट्रॉन दिया, बट हर यूट्रस हैज नॉट ग्रोन अकॉर्डिंग टू द डे 5 प्रोजेस्ट्रॉन. हो सकता है वो स्लो हो, वो डेवलप ही नहीं कर रहा है. आपको उसे 6 दिन देना पड़ेगा, तब वो जाके उस स्टेट में पहुंचेगा जिसमें कि डे 5 ब्लास्ट इम्प्लांट करेगा. या फिर हो सकता है वो इतना फास्ट हो कि वो 4 दिन के प्रोजेस्ट्रॉन के बाद ही पहुंच गया था और आपने 5वें दिन ट्रांसफर किया एम्ब्रियो, वो विंडो चली गई,
वो
जो
सक्सेस।
विंडो ऑफ
राइट।
इम्प्लांटेशन थी वो चली गई. तो चेक दिस थिंग, वी डू एरा, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एंडोमेट्रियल रिसेप्टिविटी एरे. So the patient that I was telling you about, that she had 3 IVF failures, उसके लिए we did this thing only. We did her ERA. We found out that yeah, her endometrium window is displaced. We gave her progesterone according to her report, and she conceived.
राइट। वो ये है कि आपको
Am I audible now?
आप बीच बीच में ब्रेक हो रहा है। हाँ जी। सो आईवीएफ सक्सेस होना बहुत अच्छी बात है और हम भी यही सोचते हैं कि आपके आईवीएफ साइकिल्स फेल ना हो, सक्सेस मिले आपको। बट यस, उसके लिए बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जिसका आपको ध्यान रखना है। एंड डॉक्टर वैशाली पॉइंटेड आउट वेरी गुड थिंग, दैट इज एम्ब्रियोस्कोप। सो मैंने भी डॉक्टर वैशाली वो पॉइंट नोट कर लिया है। एंड अगर कोई क्लाइंट, पेशेंट, मेंबर मुझसे पूछते हैं कि हाँ, क्या ऐसा है जो मैं अपने डॉक्टर से या एक लैब के बारे में पूछूं, तो आगे से आई कुड मेंशन कि आप इसके बारे में जरूर पूछ लीजिए, वेदर दे हैव दिस और नॉट। क्योंकि इन छोटी छोटी चीजों की जानकारी शायद हमें कहीं गूगल में सर्च करने से भी ना मिले, क्योंकि हम आजकल एकदम गूगल वाले हो चुके हैं। हम पढ़ना नहीं पसंद करते, लेकिन हम गूगल सर्च करना बहुत पसंद करते हैं।
Right.
आई थिंक जितने भी लोग हमें सुन रहे हैं, वो कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंटर्स डॉक्टर वैशाली ने बोले हैं, प्लीज उनको नोट डाउन कीजिए। एंड लैब के बारे में पता करना इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। आपका एम्ब्रियो है, आपका एम्ब्रियो वहां कितना सेफ है, कितने अच्छे से उसको रखा जा रहा है, क्या क्या उसके साथ हो रहा है, इसका जानने का हक आपको है। इट इज नॉट दैट यू आर पॉन्डरिंग योर डॉक्टर अगेन एंड अगेन विद क्वेश्चंस। ये आपका हक है, आप पूछिए। सो आई टेक वन क्वेरी हियर डॉक्टर वैशाली, जो मेरे पास फोन पे आई हुई है। So, blastocyst of good quality was transferred, which results in biochemical pregnancy and lead to falling of HSG levels in blood. What does it mean? Is there any problem in uterus or in embryo? Also, husband DNA fragmentation is 33%. The endometrium was triple layer 11 mm.
Okay. See, in this case, the biochemical pregnancy हम तब बोलते हैं when we get a positive pregnancy result type after IVF and blood levels of the beta HCG are also high. But when we do an ultrasound, we are not able to see any sac, any pregnancy or any fetus. Nothing is visible on ultrasound. But when we are doing blood test, we can see the blood levels are high. This is defined as biochemical pregnancy. इट इज वेरी कॉमन इन नेचुरल प्रेगनेंसी ऑल्सो. कई बार बहुत सारे लोग आते हैं हमारे पास कि हाँ प्रेगनेंसी हुई, डेज ओवरड्यू हुए, फिर ब्लीडिंग हो गई, या दे मेजोरिटी ऑफ देम दे डोंट इवन कम टू नो कि उन्हें बायोकेमिकल प्रेगनेंसी होके चुकी है. दे थिंक अच्छा पीरियड थोड़ा डिले आया था. When we do the ultrasound, blood test and ultrasound, then we come to know. तो biochemical pregnancy is quite common thing. नेचर में भी होती है, नेचुरल कंसेप्शन के बाद भी होती है. The reason behind can be both the things. One is the embryo is not competent enough or has the ability to grow. That is what I was telling you, PGS testing. अगर उसमें जेनेटिकली ही कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो आप कुछ भी कर लीजिए, वो एम्ब्रियो ग्रो करेगा ही नहीं, और करेगा तो अनहेल्दी बेबी होगा एट द एंड. तो दैट इज व्हाई आई एम सेइंग कि पीजीएस इज वन गुड ऑप्शन. We should do PGS and we should find out ki which of these embryos are the healthy ones. It will reduce the number of biochemical pregnancies. Second thing is, we should know what is the environment of the uterus. The way she is telling ki endometrial lining was 11 mm, it is triple line, तो major 99% it is looking to me कि हाँ uterine factor नहीं रहा होगा. तो मोस्ट लाइकली द रीजन इज दिस ओनली. जो एम्ब्रियो है उसका पीजीएस कर सकते हैं. इफ यू आर गोइंग फॉर अ नेक्स्ट साइकिल, बेटर टू गो फॉर अ पीजीएस ऑफ द एम्ब्रियोज बिफोर अंडरगोइंग ट्रांसफर इन नेक्स्ट साइकिल. जो हस्बैंड का डीएफआई हाई है, दैट इज ऑल्सो कैन बी वन ऑफ द रीजंस, बट for that when we are doing IVF cycle, we are doing ICSI. So in such cases we can use Pixie, we can use Max. These are the techniques which we use to select the best sperms out of all the sperms. इतने सारे million sperms हैं, how do you select कि कौन से fertilize करना है? We have many techniques for that. So it is always good to use those techniques so that जो भी embryos बन रहे हैं वो healthy बने, और उनको चेक करने के लिए आप पीजीएस कराओ. आई सपोज उसके बाद ये प्रॉब्लम इट शुड नॉट रिकर विद यू.
राइट. सो आई थिंक आपने जैसे डॉक्टर वैशाली की सुना, ये पॉइंटर्स के साथ यू कैन विजिट योर डॉक्टर अगेन. और एक साइकिल का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप रुक जाइए अपनी जर्नी के लिए. स्टार्ट अगेन, स्टार्ट फ्रेश. एंड आई थिंक बड़ा कॉमन सा वर्ड है ना, चलते रहना जिंदगी का नाम है. तो इसी तरह आप करवाते रहिए. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि आपको 3-4 साइकिल्स तक पहुंचना पड़े, बट यस, सक्सेस जरूर मिलेगी. So, Dr. Vaishali, one more query and we'll wrap up the session. My AMH is 0.75 for successful result of IVF. I have to go for donor egg or my own egg. I have endometriosis on my both ovaries, nearing about 30 into 22 mm.
See, I will say कि only AMH is not the deciding factor if you need to go for a donor egg or you need to go for your own egg. ये तो ना इतना, I have one article, if you search with my name and low AMH ना, I have written so many articles only on this topic, only because this की ना हर बार मेरे पास बहुत सारे patients आते हैं, उनको पता नहीं पेरिफेरी में लोग क्या क्या बोल देते हैं, आपका AMH कम हो गया, now you directly go for IVF with donor egg. This is not the thing. AMH is not the only deciding factor. It is just one of the markers which we are using to फाइंड आउट कि कितना हार्मोन देना है, कितने दिन हार्मोन देना है, कितने एग्स एक्सपेक्ट करने हैं. दिस इज नॉट फॉर यू. सबसे पहले जो इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ था, इट वाज इंट्रोड्यूस फॉर द यूज ऑफ डॉक्टर्स. इट इज नॉट मेंट फॉर कि अच्छा, आजकल तो सी आई एम टेलिंग यू, मेरे पास इतने सारे पेशेंट्स आते हैं, बस एएमएच लिखा होगा 0.5 है, 0.6 है, नाउ यू डायरेक्टली गो फॉर आईवीएफ विद डोनर एग. वो भी मतलब ये भी नहीं कि आईवीएफ विद ओन एग, समझ में आता है, आईवीएफ विद डोनर एग. एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू, I have many shared it on my Facebook page also. I have so many patients who had low AMH and they have conceived naturally. Majority of them, I'm telling you, low AMH, सिर्फ isolated low AMH है अगर, और age is around less than 35 and FSH, LH and other hormones are normal. I have many patients, many of them they conceived naturally नहीं होता तो then also I don't ask them to go for IVF. Then many of them they conceive on IUI and ovulation induction. उसके बाद भी नहीं होता, then third step is the IVF with own eggs. फिर नहीं हो रहा तो डोनर एग के साथ तो कभी भी करा लेना, 6 महीना क्या, साल भर बाद, 2 साल बाद. It doesn't matter at all. डोनर एग ही लेना है तो. But yeah, if you want to avail some treatment for yourself, don't waste your time. AMH 0.75 is not that detrimental. Get yourself fully investigated. We need to do other hormone levels. We need to do an ultrasound just to see how many antral follicles are there. Agar all of the other things are okay, you can definitely go for your own egg IVF cycle.
Right. एक्चुअली वही मैंने आपको बोला ना कि हम बहुत ज्यादा गूगल पे जाने लगे हैं. तो बस हमारा AMH जहां हमें 1 के आसपास, उससे कम शुरू हुआ, वहां पे डॉक्टर कुछ कहे ना कहे, हमें टेंशन उससे पहले होनी शुरू हो जाती है. एंड रिसेंटली ऑल्सो वी हैव one of our members who conceived naturally with 0.7 AMH. तो आई यूजली टेल पीपल कि आप कोशिश तो कीजिए, अगर
Yeah.
नहीं होगा तो जैसे आपने बोला कि ऑप्शन हमेशा ओपन है, बट अगर हम
Right.
कोशिश ही नहीं करेंगे तो हमें पता कैसे चलेगा कि हाँ ये हम कर सकते थे। तो आई
Definitely,
थिंक
definitely.
मुझसे ज्यादा एक डॉक्टर का हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म पे आके बोलना लोगों के ऊपर ज्यादा असर करेगा। So, as we discussed all pointers, and one more thing, viewers, any of you, if you want to connect with Dr. Vishali, let us know. Just drop a simple message with us. हम आपको डायरेक्टली कनेक्ट करवाएंगे डॉक्टर वैशाली के साथ। आप मिलिए उनसे, जानिए, हो सकता है आपका आईवीएफ साइकिल डॉक्टर वैशाली के साथ क्लिक कर जाए, और हमेशा हम यही चाहेंगे कि आपको पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट्स मिले। सो थैंक यू डॉक्टर वैशाली, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस। बहुत इंफॉर्मेटिव सेशंस था, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंटर्स हमने लोगों के साथ भी शेयर किए, एंड प्लस हमने देखा कि हमारे एम्ब्रियोज कैसे दिखते हैं, कैसे दिखें तो वो अच्छे हैं और कैसे ना दिखें तो वो बुरे
Yeah.
हैं।
Right,
तो
right, right.
तो इसलिए
Thank you, thank you.
बात करने से ज्यादा अच्छा था कि आपने हमें वो सारा दिखाया।
That is
पीपल
why
गेट टू नो।
that is why I was so adamant on sharing my screen कि I want to show the pic of the embryos.
नहीं, वो थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल, वो कहीं नेटवर्क इश्यूज भी आ जाते हैं,
I know,
तो
no problem.
इसलिए
No,
एंड
anyway, it was nicely moderated, and you really your voice and the way you talk, it really shows the care that you have for the couples, and it is the most thing that is needed in infertility.
right, thank you so much, and people are saying thank you. Amrita Singh is saying very good points, thank you. Gitanjali Banerjee is saying great explanation, seriously thank you so much ma'am for joining with us, and हम ये चाहेंगे कि आपके साथ सेशंस हम आगे भी करें और भी करें, and
Right.
let's hope for the best.
Sure. Pleasure was all mine. Thank you. Thanks for your patient listening. Thank you.
Thank you ma'am, thank you.